I'm very excited to talk to you today because what I'm about to share with you is something that completely changed my life, and I believe it can change yours too. Today I want to talk to you about something called focus on yourself and stay silent. And the reason this idea is so powerful is because most people spend their entire lives talking, explaining, defending, arguing, comparing, and trying to prove something to others, while the truly successful people spend that same time building, learning, improving, and growing. When I was young, before Alibaba, before anyone knew my name, before any newspaper wrote about me, before any investor believed in me, I spent years being misunderstood, doubted, criticized, and sometimes even laughed at. People said I was unrealistic, too ambitious, too strange, too unqualified, too inexperienced, and sometimes even too foolish to succeed. But what many people don't understand is that silence is not a weakness. Silence is a strategy. Silence is a form of self-protection. Silence is a space where you can grow without interference. And silence is where you build the version of yourself that the world will eventually have no choice but to respect. When you focus on yourself, you begin to understand that the world does not reward noise. It rewards results. Nobody cared when I was practicing English with tourists. Nobody cared when I was reading late at night. Nobody cared when I was building ideas that kept failing. Nobody cared when I told them about my vision, but everyone cared once those same ideas started working. That's why I tell people, your growth does not need an audience. Your transformation does not need applause. Your goals do not need permission. Your dreams do not need to be validated by anyone. When you focus on yourself, you start noticing how much energy is wasted on talking about what you want to do instead of actually doing it. Every minute spent explaining yourself is a minute stolen from your growth. Every hour spent arguing with small minds is an hour taken away from your future. Every time you try to convince someone who doesn't want to understand you, you delay your progress. Silence is not empty, it is full of answers. When you stay silent, you allow your mind to become clearer, your priorities to become sharper, and your goals to become stronger. You begin to hear your own thoughts instead of the noise of the world. You begin to trust yourself instead of seeking constant reassurance. And you begin to realize that the journey of improvement is not about showing others what you're doing. It's about preparing yourself to become the person you're capable of becoming. People love to talk about what they will do one day, but talking does not build businesses. Talking does not build discipline. Talking does not build skill. Talking does not build character. What builds these things is action, consistent, quiet, focused action. When I started Alibaba, many people did not understand why I believed so strongly in the internet when China barely had any phones. They said it would never work. They said I was dreaming too big. They said the idea was impossible. And I could have spent my time defending myself, arguing with them, trying to explain, trying to justify my vision, but that would have taken away valuable time that I needed to build. So instead, I focused on myself. I focused on learning. I focused on improving. I focused on building a team. I focused on the mission. And I did all of this quietly, with more action than words, more discipline than noise, more commitment than explanation. When you stay silent, you become unpredictable in the best way. People can't sabotage what they don't know. People can't judge what they can't see. People can't interfere with what you keep private. Not everyone around you wants you to succeed. Not everyone will celebrate your growth, and not everyone deserves access to your plans. Some people smile at you but secretly want you to fail. Some people pretend to support you but hope you stay behind them. Some people act like they care but actually fear your potential. That's why staying silent protects your dreams. It keeps your energy safe. It keeps your mind focused. It keeps your path clear. What many people don't realize is that noise comes from insecurity. People who talk too much often do so because they lack confidence in their results, so they try to fill that insecurity with words. But silence comes from strength. When you are truly focused on yourself, you don't need to announce your next move because you are too busy making it happen. Focusing on yourself also means taking responsibility for your life. You stop blaming people. You stop complaining about circumstances. You stop worrying about competitors. You stop waiting for someone to save you. Instead, you take control of your habits. your mindset, your time, your behavior, and your growth. You start learning new skills, reading more books, seeking new experiences, developing emotional maturity, improving your discipline, and building momentum day by day. Success is not something that appears suddenly. It is the result of thousands of silent hours that nobody sees. People see the success of Alibaba today, but they don't see the nights when we had no money, when we doubted ourselves, when employees left, when investors rejected us, when the public mocked us, when I questioned whether we were on the right path. Those silent nights were the foundation of everything the world now sees. And when you stay silent, something else happens. You begin to recognize that not everything deserves your reaction. Not every insult needs a response. Not every critic deserves attention. Not every misunderstanding needs clarification. When you react to everything, you give your power away. But when you remain calm, when you stay quiet, when you stay focused, you take your power back. People may underestimate you. They may misjudge you. They may speak negatively about you. But none of that matters because their opinions do not build your future. Your actions do. Their words do not define your worth. Your growth does. Their noise does not shape your destiny. Your discipline does. The truth is, silence becomes your advantage when you are focused on improvement. While others gossip, you study. While others complain, you practice. While others procrastinate, you take action. While others seek validation, you build confidence. While others look for shortcuts, you build foundations. While others talk about success, you quietly move toward it. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. The only person you must impress is the future version of yourself. And the future you will thank you for every silent night you spent working, every quiet morning you spent preparing, every moment of discipline you chose over distraction. When you focus on yourself and stay silent, your life changes. You become more confident, more mature, more self-aware, more disciplined, and more calm. You discover your strengths, you fix your weaknesses, you understand your purpose, and when the time comes to speak, your words will carry more weight because they come from experience, not theory, from growth, not ego, from results, not noise. So my message to you is simple. Focus on yourself. Stay silent while you grow. Let your actions speak. Let your results speak. Let your success speak. When you rise quietly, you rise powerfully. And one day, the same world that doubted you will ask how you did it. Without realizing that the answer was simple, you focused on yourself and stayed silent while you built the life they now admire. At the end of the day, my friends, remember this. The world will always have noise, opinions, doubts, and distractions. But none of those things can stop you unless you allow them to enter your mind. The greatest advantage you will ever create for yourself is learning to focus on your growth without seeking applause and staying silent while you build the life you want. Silence is not emptiness, it is preparation. Focusing on yourself is not selfish, it is necessary. When you commit to improving quietly, learning constantly, working consistently, and believing deeply, your results will speak louder than any words ever could. So protect your vision, protect your energy, protect your time, keep your head down, stay committed to your path, and let your success be the noise that wakes the world up. The journey will not be easy, but if you stay focused and stay silent, I promise you one day the same people who ignored you will ask how you did it, and your answer will be simple. I focused on myself, I stayed silent, and I never stopped growing. If you love this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to get daily motivation video